Let's talk about my first 3 months as a full-time online teacher. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey, and I created this channel to vlog about my life as a full-time online teacher. So if this is your first time seeing me, please make sure it is not your last by hitting that red subscription button and the bell down below to be notified of new videos each week, and to also give this video a big thumbs up. Your support means everything to me. So when I first began my journey as a full-time online teacher, I posted my first video on YouTube on January 29th, 2021, where I was sharing with the world that I quit my full-time job to be an online teacher full-time instead. And so my first official day as a full-time online teacher was February 1st, 2021. So now, as I'm filming this, we are in May of 2021, and I'm going to share with you what I've experienced in my first 3 months, what I've learned so far, and then I'm going to share with you my earnings each month. So probably one of the first things you want to know is how much did I earn per month? So my first 3 months as a full-time online teacher, so we're talking about February, March, and April of 2021. So for February 2021, my earnings was $2,802.80. And so that is also before I would put away 30% for taxes. So that's roughly about $2,000 a month for the earnings, which is not terrible depending on where you live. But I also share in the first video that I posted in January, which I'll leave that video in the cards for you to watch. I did also state that I did not have a lot of income to replace anyways. So just take note of that for me, that was a substantial amount of earnings for February. Now, March was a little bit different. I did earn just a little bit less for March, as kids in the United States were going back to school, and then there were lots of families going on spring breaks as well. So that's also putting into consideration. Now for March, my earnings were $2,590. And of course, this is also before the 30%. So it was a little bit less, but not terrible. We were able to be okay with that financially. Even with a loss in my family, that's still a pretty decent earning. Now April was where, like, not only me, but a lot of other outschool teachers started to see a decline in less learners for our classes. So the totals of my earnings before I would put away my 30%, that is $1,738.10. So that's almost $1,000 less. Now look here, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you away by saying that no one can accomplish being a full-time online teacher right now. I'm not trying to scare away this idea of you wanting to leave your job and to being a full-time online teacher. I'm not trying to do that. I am just sharing with you the facts that I have been experiencing so far. And the thing is, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just me seeing this decline. It is widespread for all outschool teachers to see a decline in their earnings and a decline in enrollments. So this is pretty typical. I'm also going to note that since it is May of 2021, it is also a season of life where we're dealing with a lot of graduations and celebrations and end of school year testing and just end of school year activities that may be going on. That's also to put into consideration for those families. That may be incredibly stressful that if their kids are back to brick and mortar learning, that their school is hosting all of these activities and events going on, only to add an online class could just make things worse for their family. I am not too terribly concerned with my future earnings without school, because I know with the summer, I know with the video that I posted about summer camps and how there was a huge percentage of families looking for summer camps online, that the enrollments should go up once it comes the summer months. So that's what I foresee in the future. As for many outschool teachers, is that our enrollments are going to be boosted up by the time school is done and there's summer vacations and that sort of thing. But now that we got the money element out of the way, I just want to share a few things that I have learned as a full-time online teacher so far. So one of the tips that I want to share with you, if maybe the numbers that I've shared with you about the 3 months, maybe that doesn't really phase you. Maybe you have other multiple streams of income and you just want to add OutSchool into the picture and you're thinking, yeah, I think I can be a successful online teacher. So first thing is to make sure that you schedule out your classes. And actually, really not just scheduling out your classes on OutSchool, but just having a set schedule for how you are going to run your business. And if anything that I have learned from watching other YouTubers be online teachers is that even if they don't have any bookings or they don't have any enrollments, that they still have a set of hours that they use for their business, and that they have the mindset of, this is my full-time job. This is my online business. All tap to say is to go into the schedule. You have to have a set schedule in doing this, because the moment that you start treating teaching on OutSchool as just a part-time gig or just something to do to earn some extra play money, you know, that's how your business is going to be. It's not going to be seen as a full-time job. It's not going to be seen as an online business on how you are going to make money to live, essentially. Speaking of treating your business as an online business, another tip that I want to share is don't be afraid to try to find other resources of income. One of the things that I have branched out personally, I created a course on Skillshare. I decided that I wanted to offer my services to adults in that respect. Another thing that I am also trying to launch, since I am a trained Montessori teacher, is to offer personalized Montessori coaching services. I only speak to just a couple of parents on this, but in order for them to have a successful service with me and then they share it with their other families, that's how I get this business to try to grow over time. There are also affiliate links that you can sign up with. I've also heard that people would get sponsors for videos. That is also another viable option. There are other online teaching resources you can do. There's VIP Kid, there's GoGo Kid, there is Magic Ears, there's other ESL companies that you could work for as well. All that to say is don't be afraid to reach out for other sources of income. I was even told one time that it's good to have 7 streams of income in order to have a successful online business working from home. So don't be afraid to go and reach out for that. And the last tip that I'm going to leave for you today is, with the said schedule and with reaching out to other multiple sources of income, is be patient. A lot of this stuff on building affiliate links and offering coaching services and offering other videos to other resources of yourself and updating your profile on OutSchool or VIP Kid or whichever online teaching platform or platforms that you teach on, it is going to take time for this. So all that to say is, I would not leave my job just yet until you know for sure that you do have the multiple streams of income coming in at a consistent rate that will say, well, I keep earning this much money to help my family out for 3 months. Let's say 3 months, maybe even 6 months. If you see that at a consistent rate, then I think that would be a good idea to contemplate on leaving your full-time job to being an online teacher. But I definitely would just be patient before making such a decision. And that's all to say, for me, I have planned this out. I have thought this through. I have talked about this with my husband, and we sat down with a plan on what that would look like on when I would leave my full-time job into doing online teaching instead. So you have to come up with a plan before you make this really big decision for yourself. I know I threw a lot of information at you, so if you do have any other questions or maybe some follow-up questions that you want me to do in a future video, please leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to answer that question for you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell down below